I'm Wedlake. I'm an author of several books on Ed Parker's Kenpo Karate. And the first book I published was Kenpo Karate 101. And Kenpo 101 was actually what Further Insights was supposed to be what Further Insights is. Further Insights was a collection of my magazine articles from Black Belt and Inside Kung Fu over through the 1980s and into the 90s. Kenpo 101 was supposed to be that collection. So Further Insights was the book that everybody wanted, but this was the book that turned out to be the more popular of the two. In fact, when Insights is out of print, there's only about 200 copies left at this time, it's going to go out of print, and it's going to stay out of print. Kenpo 101 is designed for the person who wants background on the system, and it's subtitled Notes for the Seasoned, or for the new student and the seasoned instructor. And I intentionally did that because we have so many people that come in off the street and say, can I get a basic book on Kenpo? This is the outline of the facets of the system. It's not the how-tos. That's been done in the Ed Parker books, and a few other authors have covered it as well. There's numerous videos on the subject. What it is a background of why we do what we do and how the new student would go out and select an instructor or a school. For the seasoned instructors, there are some instructional tips and things to look for about the things that happen in martial arts classes throughout your years of experience. There's subject material on promotions, how to do the promotion ceremony that Ed Parker devised and what the meaning behind it was. Further Insights was dedicated to reprinting many of the articles that I had written, but with enhancements because, like most of us, we keep learning as the time goes by. So I added further notations and maybe even changes in what I was thinking over the years as I've matured as a martial artist and an instructor. So these two books, in particular, this is a good one for the beginners, the new people, and anybody who does Kenpo. This one is for the Kenpo mutant, as they say, the person that wants to collect all the information they can about the system. 301 was written for the intermediate students. Of course, it can be good for anybody. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for the beginners yet because they haven't got the base material in order to get through the form. But for somebody who knows short form 3, and it's regardless of whether you're a Parker stylist or a Tracy system practitioner, if you know short form 3, you've got the basic structure. This book will help you to fill in some of the gaps. Oftentimes in instruction, we don't get to a lot of the details, and this was a way for me to put this down on paper because it had never been done before. In particular, I developed a notation system that goes along with the forms that I've used in 301, 401, and my upcoming 501. And a notation system is kind of a map that you can use instead of trying to draw it out on paper yourself, which most of us do as beginners. It's will show you the turns and the directions and the lines in the forms so you can help visualize the footwork patterns. And learning the footwork patterns in the forms is important because it helps you to discover more about opposites and reversals. This book also touches on the relationships between the self-defense techniques in the form versus the 201 and 01 forms, which are just doing basic movements without a particular application. These techniques have applications, and the book will describe what the relationships are and give you some insights into why Ed Parker took certain techniques to put in the forms when he could have chosen from many for that same attack. 301's been very useful for a lot of people from the feedback that I've gotten. I'm hoping it'll help you too. The covers on my books are all done by Ed Parker Jr. And Ed is an exceptional artist and does a lot of martial arts based art. And it's really great to have him do these covers. The one for the upcoming 501 is really, really cool. I think you're going to like that one. 401 is numbered in sequence along with the form. So this is about what we call Form 4, also called Long Form 4 in some circles. This includes a notation system that I created in 301 to help you visualize the angles and footwork and so on. And 401 has also got a couple of interesting things in there about some of the variations that are incorporated in the form. or not necessarily incorporated, but are taught. And there are questions that people will ask about, should I do this stance in this position or that stance? This book covers a lot of those things, gives you an explanation, and it's not designed to tell you how to do it. It's presented, as I do in my seminars, in a way that this is the way I understand it. The information hasn't been written down before. You can get a video that goes along with it. There are other Kenpo seniors that have produced videotapes that are quite good for learning the sequencing and the angles and so on. This book helps to not only encapsulate many of the concepts and principles in the form, but give you some nuggets of information that'll get you thinking, and that's what Ed Parker wanted us to do. He wanted us to think about what we were doing instead of just being spoon-fed the information. With that in mind, I've been told that Kenpo 401 has been very, very helpful, and that 501 should be out very shortly and do the same for you.